Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back. Well, good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are in the world watching this video right now. I am Danielle, better known as Danielle Happy Medium. And if you're coming across this video on YouTube, then why not come on over to my channel? It may be just what you're looking for in regards to mediumship development, in all things spiritual. So, as I've said, I'm Danielle. So, welcome along to those who are my subscribers, and thank you very much for your patience. It is Friday, it's upload day, and today we're going to talk about a subject that I was talking to a few of my students about, and some way in which that maybe mediums aren't working, but they are working. So, we're going to talk about external mediumship and internal mediumship. Do you do both? Do you not? I'm going to give you some personal insights into this area and we'll see how this one maybe works for you. So I will start at the top. Like, what is external and internal? And this is very sort of important to understand as a medium because a lot of mediums are working a different way and they just don't know it. And I say this a lot with my students, I've got to be honest. So internal is basically inside the mind. So we see it as if it's playing as a movie. That's an internal piece of information or evidence to me and you. Internal maybe that you see the communicator inside your mind. It The information is sort of in here. And that's probably the best way I can explain internal to you. Conditions you feel internally. So you'll feel that sort of condition sort of being like how can I put it? You'll feel like you've gone dead old, or you'll feel like your hands have gone arthritic. That's internal work. That's internal clairvoyance, clairsentience. Sort of giving it some more extra tags there so you understand what I'm trying to say to you. That is what we call internal work. And what's happened, or what I've seen over the last 6 to 8 year of development, is that a lot of mediums do work that way. There is nothing wrong with that way. It's great, and like I say, a lot of yous work that way. There is also a bunch of us, me included in this bracket, that work a different way, and that's called external. Now, external work is where you may look with your own eyes at something and think, I'm sure I've just seen somebody, but there's nobody there. I'm sure I've just seen a dog running around, but there's no dog there. That's what we call external work. External work is where we actually see it in the walking world, our world, to me and you. Now, you might be saying, well, how's that possible? Now, I'm going to refer you back to my Find the Spirit World in 1 and 2. And in that there, we are using the eyes. And somebody commented on Martha, actually. Martha commented on my video the other week on that one, saying, well, do I move my eyes, my physical eyes, or do I move? Because she was very confused by that. What you have to understand is when we do internal work, it's as if there is a set of eyes behind the back of your eyes, your original eyes, that will move backwards and forwards. That's internal work. External work is when you move your own eyes. Now, if you're not an external worker, you're going to be moving your eyes backwards and forwards, and you're going to be like, nothing's happening here. Like, I don't get that. But if you actually close your eyes and move your eyes backwards and forwards inside, it's not your actual eyes you're moving, it's a set of mechanics or perceptions that is available to you in the altered states. And we did talk about the altered states in the last video on Tuesday. You may want to refer back to that one. External work, a lot of you are working this way and don't know it. A lot of you are looking for the spirit world in internal, but you're not getting anything, but it's actually being presented to you in an external world. And a lot of mediums get caught out because there's not many people talking about this. And I'm going to be very honest with you. I did this and I didn't know. And it was another fellow medium who I highly regard in the industry, who I'm very fond of, who said and told me what that was. And I'm forever grateful to people who show me and tell me and make me aware of something that I'm doing in order to enhance my development. So I think it's one of the things that needs to be talked about a lot, but yet not many of us are talking about it because not everybody works that way, that external way. Not many of us. There is a handful of us, and there's a lot of us who do actually work that way, but nobody's talking about it, so therefore you don't know about it. But what I tend to see with a lot of mediums is they're taught to be internal mediums. Not everybody's internal. What I tend to find is some of us, a handful of years, will only work externally. What I tend to find is that there's a mixture of internal and external mediums, but yet again it's not talked about. And so because of that, a lot of you are working in the internal world inside the mind, but are not getting as much, but actually being presented to you in the external world. Now, in order to do external work, you've got to have your eyes open, and you should be doing mediumship with your eyes open. You can do sitting in the power with your eyes open. You don't have to close your eyes. Again, this is this idea that you have to do everything with your eyes closed. Not necessarily. And I have covered, these ideas and thoughts within my book, which is What is Evidence? Well, and also in freestyle, actually, where there's some mediums who can't sit. And there's nothing wrong with that, but yet they've never tried the fact of keeping their eyes open and sitting for the spirit world. Either one's acceptable. The beauty of mediumship is there's no one rule fits everybody. It's many rules moved and shifted like in mechanics to fit your mind, and that's how mediumship should be. It should be unique to you. Information is only but that information. You have to go away, work with it, and see which one fits your mind best. So for those who are struggling with their development, which I see a lot of my students here, and I say, well, what's going on in the external world? Look with your own eyes to tell me what you see. It then becomes very apparent there's more there than what there was internally. So my advice to you is to check out whether or not you're working externally, internally, or you're doing a mixture of both throughout your communicational skill set. Now, if you're doing both, you're going to have to learn, makes it just a little more complicated for you. Well, it's not complicated, it's just there's a bit more to do. I could probably say that to you, is you're going to have to learn to work when you're having it placed upon you and when it's been placed upon the mind. And that's going to take practice. The only way to understand this to the best of its ability is to practice it. Circles, stuff like that, and check it out. So this one has been given to you by not just me, but also a student, and also for Martha. So thanks, Martha, for your comment, about the internal eyes. The internal eyes is behind the back of your eyes, which is allowing you to connect to the internal world of mediumship. Check this one out, see how you get on with it. If you want more information, comment in the box. I'll certainly endeavour to get back to you as soon as possible. Have a great weekend, and I will see you all bright and breezy next Tuesday. Bye for now.